Hi, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so I'm going to do Supernatural Tarot. Now, I do have Supernatural Oracle as well, but I'm also going to include the Fallen Angels, only because at this time, in the TV series that I'm re-watching, binge-watching again, we've come up to the stage where the angels really fall, the falling angels. They've fallen angels. They really start to sort of fall to earth. So this is, without going into too much detail, of course, about the TV series. So what I'm going to do is, this is what I'm going to do for the week ahead reading. So what lies ahead this week? What are we going to be thinking about? What's our theme? What's important for us this week? As I say, how am I going to do this? Just trying to decide what's the best way to do this. Okay, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Supernatural Oracle cards. Whoa! So that flew out straight away. So let's have a look. What card? So what are we actually going to be thinking about this week? Ooh, the Angel Blade, which is kind of interesting because this is very much in tune with the TV series. Right, with the Angel Blade is a big part of it at the moment with everything. So let's have a look and see what it actually says about the Angel Blade. Okay, said to have been touched by God, angel blades are powerful weapons wielded by angels and later hunters, capable of killing their own kind. A long silver dagger with a triple edge. These blades could also be used to defeat demons, monsters, hellhounds, and Nephilim. They could even kill reapers. Thank goodness Castiel had won the night he went home with a rogue reaper, even if that wasn't what Dean meant when he asked whether he had protection. Although a weapon like the Angel Blade can be a powerful leverage, it doesn't displace the importance of the person holding it. Skill, resourcefulness, determination, and purpose all give a competitive edge. Others may have been afforded more tools or opportunities than you, but that doesn't make them any more worthy. Outer securities can fade away, but your grit and perseverance remains. It's those internal weapons, ones nobody can take away from you, that make you unstoppable. So it really is about acknowledging the determination, the grit, the purpose that you have in your own journey. You actually don't need a lot of tools. But it is important to be able to use your determination and your grit to get where you need to be. So that's kind of important there, in that sense of protection, being protected from outside influences. So maybe the Angel Blade is about making sure that you stay protected this week, but it also is about knowing, acknowledging your own determination, your own grit, your own willpower to achieve, or your own courage to achieve what you want to achieve on your journey. So kind of important. So that's going to be quite an interesting week for you to reflect on. So let's dive into this a little bit more with the Supernatural Tarot for the week ahead. Tell us about the week ahead in regards to the sense of being protected, using one's own courage, determination, and grit to achieve one's goals. Let's have a look. Oops, this one here flipped out. This one here sticking out. This one here. And this one underneath there. So let's look at these 4 cards to begin with. Okay, so straight away. Oh, the Devil. Okay, so what's keeping us trapped in the state that we're in right now? What's our addiction, our bad habit, our repeated pattern? What's keeping us feeling like we're behind bars on some level? That we're in prison of our own, we're a prison of our own making, in a way. So this is, we're talking about bad habits, repeated patterns, things that we might do that keep us trapped in a state, maybe an emotional state, a physical state, a mental state. And then we've got Page of Bones. So to me, Page of Bones is about looking at our own determination, our own passion, our own motivation, our own desire here. So look at what motivates us to gain the experience that we need. So we might not yet have all the knowledge or all the experience, all the ideas or plans that we might need, but this is a really good chance to look at what is our motivation, what's our desire, what knowledge and that do we need to gain to get where we need to be. So then we've got Ace of Pentagrams. So it's about knowing our own potential, knowing what we are actually capable of achieving. Yeah. So again, what's our motivation? What's our challenge? We might be feeling very trapped or very restricted by, very chained to an idea or a thought. So how do we expand? How do we grow? How do we break free from those chains? It's about knowing the what our desires are, what our intention is, and then know what our actual potential is. What's our sense of new beginning in regards to our well-being? Yeah, could be really important. And so now we have 9 of Bones. Okay, 9 of Bones is that sense of perseverance, that sense of taking a moment to breathe and saying, okay, how can we persevere this challenge? Okay, how can we persevere this challenge? How can we move forward on this journey? So there's a few things that we need to do this week, like take a moment, take a breath, and have a moment to sort of reflect on what are our desires, what's our actual potential, what are we capable of achieving? Okay, what are our limits? How unlimited, can we see that we can be unlimited, that we have more potential than we realize? Okay, and to persevere, to keep going, to know that we can survive the challenges. So let's have a look here. What have we got? A little bit further information. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups or 6 of Chalices. So I think to me it's that sense of nostalgic. Okay, we're remembering the past. We're acknowledging the past emotion. Okay, we're acknowledging the past and how does it affect us now? Okay, and I get that sense of, so we need to acknowledge the past and use it to be able to move forward on our journey, to have that awakening within oneself, to resurrect who we truly are within ourselves. So being nostalgic, remembering the past, acknowledging the past is going to allow us to awaken within oneself. And here we have the 10 of Chalices, to bring it all together, to have that sense of contentment, that satisfaction that we can achieve what we want with a sense of happiness and joy in our life, that sense of connection. So let's have a look and see what the fallen angels have to say. Okay, let's bring out 3 fallen angels for the week ahead. Okay, 3 fallen angels for the week ahead, and we've got 1, maybe. Oh, died down. Yep. Okay, the first one we're looking at here is Dikarabia with recuperation. Recuperation. So your sense of revitalizing, your healing energy. So it could be a week of healing. So there could be a lot of healing going on, and that can be to do with this feeling of being restricted, the addictions, the bad habits, the repeated patterns, and how we can heal this process. Okay, so how can we heal this process? How can we recuperate? Okay, fallen angels, how can we recuperate? Okay, these 2 here. Okay, the first one is to acknowledge when we feel exhausted. So we need to, so when I get the sense of exhaustion coming up, I'm actually getting a sense of how do we heal the exhaustion. So we need to take care of ourselves, make sure we're eating well, drinking well, making sure we're drinking lots of water, make sure we're eating healthy, which is kind of important. That's sort of come up this week for me. I think it's about revitalizing the way that I eat. I've been a bit naughty in the last couple of weeks with a few, I mean, not bad naughty, but just a little bit of like not really eating healthy for myself, and I know that, and so I need to really change what I'm buying in my groceries. I need to make sure that I'm sleeping well, and I've started to do that again. I was getting a bit lazy with that, but I have started to do that, so I need to make sure that this week that I'm really sort of taking care of my health, my wealth, you know, in myself, my prosperity within my own body, my own health, so that I'm not tired, I'm not exhausted. Okay, and so I sense of, so I get the word upheaval with I-am, A-Y-M, upheaval, which is kind of interesting. So upheaval, so what does it mean by upheaval? And I think it's important for me to, in this, I'm getting the sense of burning away, because I'm getting a lot of fire energy here. I'm getting the sense of burning away the old. And it is going to cause a little bit of an upheaval in myself. Maybe the sense of, there's a bit of reluctance to, I feel like there's a bit of a reluctance to change the way the groceries that I buy. It might be a little bit more, but overall I think it will be better for me health-wise. So I sort of get that sense of causing a little bit of an upheaval to get back on track. I think it's a sense of changing what you've been doing currently. Change what you've been doing, and it feels like a bit of an upheaval because you're changing maybe a habit or a repeated pattern. So it is causing a little bit of an upheaval. It's not being comfortable. It's not comfortable at first. You know, it feels a little bit uncomfortable to change things. You know, it's like I'm living with the exhaustion, or you're living with the exhaustion. You're living with that tiredness, that fatigue. And so to change that could be a little bit of an upheaval in your own life. So it's kind of interesting there. So, yeah, I think that's a really interesting message for this week. It's a little bit of a thing to say, you know, it's about doing what's right for you, in a way, making sure that you are doing, you know, you're staying protected, you're allowing yourself to use the determination and grit that you've got within you to do what you need to do to change, to create the changes in your own life, even if they do bring a little bit of an upheaval, because in the end it's going to be worth it. It's going to bring you that sense of contentment, that sense of sort of feeling like everything's sort of coming together. You're going to be happy. You're going to have that joy, that hope. Everything's going to start feeling like you're able to walk forward on your journey. You're not going to feel so tired. You're not going to feel like everything is challenging. You're not going to feel so limited. You're going to have potential. You're going to have possibilities in your journey. So kind of an interesting reading. I love that with the Supernatural Oracle to begin with the Angel Blade coming up. We do have the Supernatural Tarot, and we do have the sorry, excuse me. We do have the Fallen Angel Oracle. Okay, so that's it from me. Take care and blessed be. Big thank you to my Ko-Fi family, to my supporters, to those that have purchased a reading through me. Thank you to those that support me on my other channels across the board, accounts across the board, other social medias. But also thank you very much to those that support the YouTube channel. Indeed, muchly appreciated. Take care and blessed be.